Hey, it's Ebony back with another episode of course, R&B Vibes. And today, not Justin Timberlake, but he definitely gives you Justin vibes. I have to give that to you. I'm sorry, Alex Sway. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
That has to be weird, though, getting that nod. You know, people, have you heard that often?
Yeah, I get it a lot. It's definitely he's one of my influences for sure. But anytime I do any sort of live show or people hear my music, like they're like, oh, you remind me of Justin Timberlake, Robin Thicke.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Oh, that's a good one, Robin Thicke. That's a good one. So when you hear your music, when you do your music, create the sounds and the writing and all of that, do you try to have that influence?
I mean, I have influences of like a lot of different artists.
Yeah.
I love a mixture of old music and modern. Like I like to combine those two things. Like I grew up on rock, but then I found like Teddy Pendergrass, Marvin Gaye, Donna Hathaway, Stevie Wonder, like some of my favorites. And then and I combine it with like my modern influences like Justin Timberlake. I'm a big fan of D-Mile.
Okay.
You know who that is?
Yeah.
Of course you know who that is. He did all the Victoria Monet stuff, Lucky Day stuff, Silk Sonic. So I'm trying to like be in that
mixture
area. Yeah.
Well, tell me the introduction of music to you. Like, how did it all begin? Where's the story?
Well, I didn't start playing. I started playing piano first, and singing came probably maybe 2 months later. But I didn't really start music until I was about 15 years old. Yeah, I was a bit of a late bloomer. I loved music, but I just never really like got into it until I started playing piano, and it just kind of clicked. It was the first thing that came easy, I guess. I was like, I'm gonna roll with this. And then I did a talent show my freshman year with one of my friends, and we won. And it was just crazy because like I went on the stage and I'd never sang before. I was pretty shy. I'm still pretty shy. But I like got on stage, and the second I started singing, like the whole crowd went crazy, and I had never experienced that. So I was like, oh.
Was it awkward? Were you nervous?
It was like I was nervous up until the point I got on stage, and I got really comfortable, which was really strange for me because I thought I was gonna be a train wreck.
Yeah.
But it just felt normal, and like getting that response was just like kind of addicted.
And out the blue too.
Yeah. It was crazy.
Did you see yourself ever as a singer? I know that she was, playing the piano at first, and then some time later you actually was singing. But even that time period, playing the piano, you heard your sound. Did you think you were a singer?
Not really. I mean, I just really liked, the way I started playing piano was YouTube tutorials. I really started playing because a friend, was playing, I forgot what the song was. It might have been a Linkin Park song, the song What I've Done. I don't know if you remember that song.
Okay.
He's like, oh, I bet you can't, learn the right hand and the left hand. And I was like, bet. And I went home, and it just clicked, and I was like, all right, let me go look up some more. And I just kept, learning, and I was like, I really enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
And it would be like I would start playing, and then hours would go by and I would have no idea.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I just kind of found that passion, and then singing just kind of came with it, and then it's all I've been doing since.
It's kind of funny how even when I guess in your beginning, you learn quick that if you get out of your comfort zone, you're able to learn a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
So there's comfort and uncomfortability. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
So do you try to do that more often? Step outside your comfort zone?
I try to make myself uncomfortable as much as I can. Even though some days I'll be like, nah, I just want to stay home and I just want to do anything. But I'll go out, I'll try to meet people.
Yeah.
I'll try to do the whole networking thing and playing shows and trying different types of just really with experimenting with my sound too. My sound is always changing. It's never the same, which I kind of enjoy. I like how it just kind of evolves.
And it should be. Music is evolving, and
exactly.
So are you.
I don't want to be in the same, I guess, place musically my whole life. I just feel like that's boring.
It is. Yeah. Well, tell me, how about you? You actually from Florida, right?
I am from Florida.
What brought you to Nashville?
What brought me to Nashville? Well, I had friends who lived out in Gallatin.
Yeah.
And they were insane musicians that I actually met through my college that I went to in California. Their names are Gabe and Gideon. And I came to their house a few times. It was my first time coming to Nashville, and they had a studio in their basement, and it was just oh, this is so cool. And then they would take me to downtown, which is fine. Yeah. We're gonna move past that. But
there's a lot going on downtown.
But it was cool because it really is just a small town, big city vibe.
Yeah.
And I'd been in Florida since I moved out. Gosh, I was 19, and I went to California for college, and I've traveled all over. I've been to Japan. I've been to Malaysia. I've been to the
Oh,
Mediterranean, the Caribbean, and like Nashville just always felt like
home.
home. Yeah.
I mean, I wish I could say that in a sentence. So I've been here, I've been Japan, Malaysia, that, been there before.
You can do it.
One
can
day.
do
What I mean, why are you so well traveled, well versed? Is this a pathway in music you were doing? 'Cause I think you was a teacher or something, right?
Kind of.
Kind
so, the college I went to, you probably never heard of it. It was a very small thing called the College of, the Young Americans College of Performing Arts. It was basically like,
That's a name.
it is a name.
That is a name.
You basically did like your core classes like at our institute, or you
Yeah.
did them online. And then part of our program was we would go and do these tours, like these music outreach tours
Oh.
to different schools, like maybe who didn't have music, or like just wanted to experience that, I guess, if that makes sense. So basically a tour would be either three or 4 months. You would go to a different school every 3 days. In those 3 days, you would have kids from elementary school, middle school, and high school. You would teach these kids a show in 3 days, like a full show, like costumes, acting, singing, dancing, and they would learn the show and then they perform it for their parents. And we would do that every 3 days, and like I'd stay in different homes, like different homestays.
Oh, that's cool.
So I did that in the UK. I did that in Japan, which is my favorite place in the world. I did that, and then right out of that, I went into cruise ships.
So wait, were you
Afterwards.
a mini manager, I guess?
Not really a mini manager. Like, it's so hard to explain.
It's fun. No, I like it because it's teaching them the industry just right there. Here it is, song, outfit, A&R, and then you have your performance and
Yeah, I didn't even think of it that way. I mean, the biggest thing was just kind of giving kids a different level of confidence. Like, one of my favorite things is like, I'll leave his name out because I don't know if you would want me to say this, but there was a kid I met in the UK. I think it was in Scotland, and his voice was insane, but like he did not want to sing in front of people. He was so nervous, and like all these things. So, like I pushed him and I talked to him, and then like he did his like solo. He loved it, and now he's like got, I don't know, like 200,000.
Wait,
followers.
what?
Yeah, he's a pretty big.
not because I
artist.
love that.
And I'm not saying it was because of me.
Yeah, but it really
was just like
helps,
it's
yeah.
really cool to like be there for someone when they realize their potential in that sense.
See,
And I love that part of it. Yeah.
That's why I like working with a lot of independent artists or the artists that are just not on that mainstream side yet, because it's great to see someone's potential and even learn, like, see the journey of it all. Like, this is where you started.
Yeah.
Remember, you didn't think you could sing, you didn't think that you could do this, and after someone gave you some advice, maybe a little love and a lot of coaching, of course, for yourself, you pushed and you got out of your comfort zone, and
Exactly.
here you are being this big time person.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so how do you feel like, do you try to do that like as an artist now? Do you still feel like you want to reach out to people and even help in a
I
sense?
try to.
Yeah.
I mean, because there's so many people, especially in Nashville, who are like so shy about how good they are, but then I'll just be like, "You're insane." Like,
Yeah.
So you said you know Brian Sauer.
Yeah.
You know Crystal Rose.
No, I don't think so.
She's like this. She's not even in a genre for me. Like, she's just like an insane performer, and she's so quiet. But then like, and like you tell her that she's great. She's like, "Oh, thank you," but like she is like,
You're good, woman. You're great. I
You're
gotta check it
insane.
out. I'm gonna check it out.
yeah, you should check her out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell me. Okay, so you're here now. You're in Nashville. You're loving the scene. How was it? Any challenges trying to get yourself out there in
Oh, yeah.
Nashville? Okay.
All the time.
What are some challenges you
Well, I
expect?
mean, a challenge in itself is I moved here 2020, so I've been
Why?
here. Well,
During the pandemic.
I moved before the pandemic.
Okay.
I finished my last cruise contract, and I was like, all right, I saved up money. I'm going
Yeah.
to Nashville. Let's do the thing. I get to Nashville. I think it was January, and then COVID hit in March, February. something like
Yeah.
that.
March, yeah.
Yeah, so everything shut down, so I had to like figure something out. I joined a wedding band in New Orleans, which was, I had a friend from my college who like got me into it, and I would drive from Nashville to New Orleans every weekend for like a year,
Oh no.
that's like a 9.5 hour,
Yeah, no.
8.5 hour drive. So I did that for a long time. That was a challenge, but I mean, it's kind of cool because like I'm just now starting to get my bearings, and I've been here for a while.
Yeah.
And they say this is like a 10 year city or whatever. So I'm coming up on 4.
almost there.
Almost there. But no, I mean the challenge is, I mean, there's a bunch of things. Balancing like work and doing your music, networking, finances,
Yeah.
social media stuff, like being consistent with that. I've never been great at that. But
I hate it.
oh,
I hate it.
it's just we're in like a, in my opinion, generation of like, if you want to be an artist, you have to be an influencer.
Yeah.
And like, it's just how things are now. So you just kind of have to do it. But I wish I could have been like early 2000s when it was just about the
music and that's it. Yeah, I wish the same thing. I feel like social media, it's a great thing for different means and mediums, but at the same time, it has its flaws. It has its downside to it too.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the music industry, I think that it sometimes plays as that fake, that facade. I've been talking about this for the last 3 different interviews I've done. It's funny, but it plays as this face that you put on in order, of course, people to like you and get to know you.
Yeah.
However, you lose sense of the actual individual you are. So you're hiding behind social media.
Exactly.
And then you're forgetting, who am I in comparison to who I portray?
Absolutely.
So when people see you and they're like, oh my gosh, I know who you are, I love you, you're like, do you love, which one do you love? Because for me right now, this is not who I am. So social media is great, but it sometimes doesn't work for me. I don't care for it.
No, I get it.
Yeah. But you're doing a great job. I mean, you're pushing on it.
I'm trying. I really am.
Well, let me tell you, it was social media that got me to find you, which is great. That's true. So we're here. We got to talk about Cherry Wine.
All right. Talk about Cherry Wine.
What happened with Cherry Wine? Where did this song come from in your mind? I need to know.
Cherry Wine was about, I mean, you listen to it?
Yeah, of course. We play it actually all the time on the show.
Wow, I appreciate that. Thank you. So Cherry Wine was the first, I did release the whole album before I did Cherry Wine. It's no longer on platforms just because like it was just a whole different direction and just not where it's a lot. Cherry Wine's a lot in a much better place.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that one took me, I wrote that on my last cruise, and it took me like a year because I was just like, I want to make this really good, and I want to like, it was my first like big or like single that I really wanted to do the right way, do a music video, do the press, do all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I worked a really long time on it. It is about an ex, basically just about like, forget about you in the morning. I'm gonna sip on this cherry wine until I do. That was just kind of the thing. I dropped it 2020 and really didn't even know about how to drop a song just yet, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I just dropped it and I was like, all right, cool, it's out. And then it just got crazy buzz. Oh, I mean, for me, crazy. Like after 2 or 3 months, it dropped up to like 20K and I was like, whoa. I kept getting like reached out to by like people like, who are you? What is this? And that was really crazy. And then I did a music video for it months later. Like it came out in May. I didn't do a music video until December just because money.
Yeah.
But yeah, what would you like to know about the song?
I just want to know how, what made you want to be so vulnerable and honest? I mean, I forget about you. However, I'm gonna go, as I forget about you, I'm gonna, it's like what somebody says, I'm gonna sip my tea, chill back and let it go. You know, it's that flow.
I think when I was writing it, like I had those chords for years before and I was just like, this is something, I just don't know what it is. And anytime I would try to like sing something, it was always about that breakup.
Yeah.
And I really couldn't write anything else at that point. Like if I tried, I was like, this doesn't feel like how I'm actually feeling. So I was like, I have to get this out in order to move on and like write other stuff that I want to write about. If that makes sense.
So you got to get it out your head.
I did that
figure it out
in my head, and I just had to push it out. So, yeah.
And it's great.
Thank you.
One, I love a lot of your songs. I love that. And I'm going to the older right now and Say Less.
Thank you.
I gotta give nod to Say Less. When I tell you, I that's a bop right there, and I hope that you continue to play it and sing it.
I try to, yeah.
It's a great introduction to people about your sound and what they're going to experience. And then now with LBD, Little Black Dress, and then you just released another single, I think in March.
I did, yeah. That was with my friend Chase.
It's
called,
funny.
Check My Style.
There we go. It's funny how you dip into R&B, you dip into the pop, and then you even have the hip hop along with it too.
Yeah, that's so that's with his name is Chase, and then Landon Sears.
Got you.
Another. If you don't know him, you need to.
We are teaching people today. Landon, y'all get this. We're gonna get this together.
Landon Sears is one of. Landon Sears, Clover James are two of the greatest rappers in Nashville.
Ooh, that's a good name. That's heavyweight.
They're both insane, and like they don't get enough credit. Like Landon has dropped probably over 100 songs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like he's done a lot. But anytime like he needs like he always hits me up. He's like, "Yo, I need like a hook on this song by tomorrow." I was like, "All right, cool." And then I'm always on. We call them posse tracks. We do a lot of them. Like Landon's really big on putting other independent artists on his songs. Like we did one. What was it called? When You Leave, and it's me, my friend Tyra Thompson, Claire Maystow, and then him. So it's like a posse track. So we do a lot of those, and that's when I dip into hip hop because like I'm not a rapper, but I can sing on the rappers.
Have you tried? Because remember you stepped out your comfort zone and you became a singer. So you might be.
Maybe like the singing rap, you know?
Okay.
Like one of that, but like not like rap. Yeah.
I like it. Okay, the singing rap we can probably do. I think you probably try it. It'd be kind of fun.
We'll see.
Well, you taught me a new term, posse track. I never heard of that before, so now I know.
Yeah.
And it's just basically when the friends get together, they all get together for that one piece. Do y'all sometimes, I guess, when everybody comes to that one location and we're just going to sit there and not really think about a track, but just sing out. We're going to sing. We're going to rap. We're going to do it.
I mean, the way Landon usually does it is like he already has the track.
Yeah.
He writes his parts in like 30 minutes. It's ridiculous.
Oh, wow.
It honestly angers us because we'll be over there trying to write a hook, which is 4 to 8 lines, and he writes a 32 bar verse in 30 minutes, and it's just like,
damn,
he's quick.
Okay.
But normally it was at his place, and then we would just like all come together, figure out, all right, because with him he doesn't really care. Like you said, like we don't really think about what the song's about. We just kind of sing what we're feeling. We just all put it together, and it's just
magic.
Just hodgepodge.
Well, tell me what if somebody's like first now and getting like learning you, they're looking at this right now, they're like, I like him. How else would you describe yourself to them, to introduce yourself to them?
That's a question. In the aspect of like in what like
in music
sound,
as your sound, yeah. Like
I would say I'm always trying to make timeless music. Like I like. And not necessarily like I don't want it to sound dated, but I want to show my influence. I want to show like these are the artists that I listen to, which created my sound. So timeless with a bit of a modern twist. I love funk. I love jazz. I love gospel. I love pop. And I love just kind of mixing it all together.
And this is where you're gonna get.
That's what I do.
It's fun. Like when I hear your music and when I see you, I imagine this huge stage with a big band and very specifically a colored suit. Don't know why, just go with me. And I can see you in this kind of Bruno Mars type of.
Yeah, he's another big one.
You know, like it's like a Bruno Mars type of thing, but it's loud, it's beautiful, it's R&B, it's pop, it's eclectic. I can see that so perfectly and clear. So I'm just appreciative of your music. Tell people where they can find you, how they can follow you, and all of that.
You can find me Alex Slay on all platforms. That's AlexSlay. And on Instagram it's Alex Slay Music. And I have another single coming out hopefully the end of this month or beginning of June. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, now before you leave, I'm going to surprise you with this one. I wasn't going to ask, but I'm like, yeah, he seems like he has enough water. Can you give me the riff of the day?
No.
I need not you grabbing the water part.
Just any riff?
The riff of the day. This is what you do.
It is what I do.
Perfect.
I really need to bring that back.
It's a great thing. I love it.
All right, riff of the day. Wow, you really put me on the spot.
I do. There has to be a song you've been listening to so much and that you haven't.
Sorry, I haven't warmed up at all. I'll just do a random one. Because they're always random. This is man. Okay.
Oh, I'm laughing. This is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I like it.
Little flap.
See, that was a good riff. It's a good riff, a good introduction, and I think that is a. I am dying. Do you want to do another one? I thought it was good.
Yeah, we'll try one
More time?
One more.
I'll give y'all one more, okay? He's ready. He's prepped.
Take two. I'm gonna put both hairs on so
I love
can
it.
hear it. Actually, no, I'm not. It's crazy. All right. So close.
No, we got that.
You got that.
That was good.
You gave him
it. You gave him the high and the low.
I gave him the high and the low.
Hey,
No.
and you gave him a good introduction to you, y'all. When I tell y'all, if you go to a show and you see Alex Slay on that lineup, as a headliner, in the lineup, please make sure you get your ticket. You stop on in. You make sure you sit down because Alex Slay is a wonderful artist here in Nashville that I am definitely putting all kinds of backing behind. I'm like, yes, Alex Slay for the win. You got it. You are amazing.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Of course. Thank you for coming to R&B Vibes. Thanks, y'all.